All right, so here's a good example from 9.3 of a question you might see. And I think it comes up on the practice work, something similar to this. So I have a cone. And whose radius, we'll say, is, I don't know, let's make a good radius here. Whose radius is, we'll say, how about 7 inches, okay? And we'll say the height of this, I guess that wasn't a good, the height, yeah, sure, we'll do it like that. The height is, that looks like, I don't know, 4 times, 5, 1, 2, 3, we'll say it's 35 inches. It's like 35 inches. That makes some good sense. Okay, and they're like, okay, what is if I were to take a circle, what is the area of that circle? Yeah. Oh, let me pause for a second. Okay, sorry about that. All right, well, first, let's examine what the area of, we'll say this circle is down here. The opening circle of, it's pretty easy. All right, the area here, the area equals pi r squared. Right, so that would be equal to 7. That's going to be equal to 7 squared times pi, which equals like 154. It's like approximately 154 inches squared ish. Okay, so but then they're like, okay, hey, what is the area of the circle of the, like this, let's say, let's write this circle right here. Oh, that's not a very good circle. This circle. Yeah, this circle up here. This circle up here. Like, whose height is, say, like, whose height is at this height here. This height here is, we'll say, is, let's see, that's 35. We'll say this is a 40, or not 40. This would be less than 35 inches. We'll say this would be like 27 inches. Yeah, 27 inches seems about right. 27 inches. Okay. So what is this? What is this green circles? What is this green circles area? Okay, well, first you got to kind of realize what you're looking at here. Okay, this red line here, this is the radius. This is the radius of that circle. Okay, and what we have going on here is red square. All right. Well, sorry, I just said a square. This triangle, this red triangle here. It's just, if I look at the cone like it is a triangle, like a cross section, which it is, it's a triangle. It's like that, I guess. Pretty close, kind of, right? Not really. It should be coming out to here, but whatever. I'll fix that. It comes out to like here, right? This is kind of what it would look like. Look at kind of like something like that, right? And this is a right angle, and this is 20 or 35 inches. This is 35 inches. This is 7 inches. Okay, let me shift to a different purple color. And then they're like, okay, well, we have another triangle up here, and this is 27 inches.
Teachers and students, this concludes the drill.
We have 27 inches, and we want you to figure this out, right? So that you can figure out the area of this area, right? It's because this green circle here is going to be equal to area is going to be equal to pi times r squared, right? So that's what we're trying to figure out here. Okay. So what do you have? What do you have here? You gotta go way back and look at your congruent triangles. Okay. That's the way I look at it, at least. So you have a red triangle. We have this red triangle here. We'll call it A, B, C. And you have a purple triangle. Let's see, D, E. We'll try this. This purple triangle is D and E, and we haven't defined the length of AE yet. And AE is going to be equal to DE, or AC minus EC minus EC, which is going to be 35 minus 27. So 35 minus 27 equals 8. So this line here, AE is 8. So that now we just find everything, and maybe we need it, maybe we don't. But let's just make sure we have it in case we do need it, right? So now let's look at what we need here. We have two triangles. We have triangle ADE, the purple one, and we have is congruent to triangle ABC. Oops, I probably should put a triangle symbol in there. Triangle ABC. We know congruent parts or corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So we're going to set up a ratio to demonstrate to show those congruent triangles, right? And I'm gonna maybe my gray will show up here. So my gray line. Can you see that gray line? Yeah, you can see that gray line. My congruent triangles. Those are going to be my ratio lines, right? And I'm going to put like a red to a red. And then, so I have a red line to a red line, and then a green to a green, right? So I have my purple line. I'm going to start with what I want on top, red. So my radius. And what is this going to be equal to in what line segment is this congruent to in my big red triangle? Well, it's going to be congruent to my other radius, which is 7, right? So it's going to be congruent to my 7-inch. It's congruent to 7 inches. Okay, and then go back to my purple triangle, right? And I'm going to say, okay, my purple triangle length is going to be 8 inches. 8 inches. That's going to be this line segment that I know. This length is going to be 8 inches. 8 inches, and it's going to be congruent to, in my big triangle, my red triangle is going to be congruent to 35 inches. 35 inches. Okay, so now I have a ratio that I can compare stuff to and I can cross multiply with. Okay, so I'm going to cross multiply. And so it's going to be, I'll move it over here. I'll move it down here so it's easier to see. All right, so it's going to be R, my neutral color in between here. Okay, R, and 8 inches. 8 inches. Okay, and it's going to be equal to, it's going to be 35 inches times 7 inches, because we're just going to be cross multiplying those. All right, so now I'm just going to be, it's just going to be R equals 8 inches divided by 7 inches divided by 35 inches. Okay, so now I'm just going to do 8 times 7 equals divided by 35 equals, so R equals 1.6 inches. So let's see if that makes sense. Well, it started at 7, it went up, and it's gotten smaller to the point that this is 1.6 inches. All right. Well, that seems to make some sense. Okay, so now we can figure out the area of this circle. So we say the area equals going to be 1.6 squared times pi. So the area of this green area is going to be approximately 8 inches squared. Approximately 8 inches squared. Okay, hope that helps everyone understand how to do that question there.